So what have we got in the news bag this morning? This thing you were getting excited about with regard to people wanting the currency a lot weaker?
It's so clever. I filled up with petrol this morning, R8.54 a litre, and if I work backwards and then go to R10.50 a peg to the dollar, it literally means your price of petrol will jump 42%. That's
okay, but
so
these
bright.
people are basically exporters, most of them.
Well, big companies like Sasha and Bell and those types that are held. Sassel's one of them that signed.
Really?
So along with Zimbabwe, who I respect, he's a top-notch politician. That guy has his nose clean most of the time. But where he comes up with this idea, manufacturing globally inside, everyone's struggling to compete. I'm reminded that manufacturing jobs in the US over the last 10, 15 years have fallen away. So, everyone wanting to maintain competition with the Chinese, the Indians, the Vietnamese are just struggling because labor there is so cheap.
So a quick fixed solution to have a weaker currency, but in fact, there's an enormous amount of imported content in these power stations in our economy generally, so it would be a very questionable strategy.
Just remind me, does Exxaro and the like sell their coal to Eskom at $1 fixed price?
I'm not sure. I think those are long-term contracts pegged in some way in relation to export markets as well as to...
Which are priced in dollars, right?
Well, I think there is quite a strong fixed element. And remember, that was part of Eskom's problem. They moved away from some of those contracts because they didn't really need the coal, and then they got caught.
So more expensive energy prices. I'm all for this.
Okay, also in the news today, PPC earnings, how did those look to you?
Notwithstanding cement volumes having fallen 15%.
So continuing to fall, notwithstanding all the public projects.
Continuing to fall. Earnings actually increased on a slight increase in, on a slight increase in revenue, and the dividend maintained, which I think is one of the key reasons why people own this stock.
45 cents at the interim stage, and probably more at the final stage in September.
A lot more at the end stage, yeah.
Okay, and then I saw Massmart trading update, but it wasn't for the 6 months. It's like sort of
44 weeks. So up 8.6% overall, and nearly at 40 billion for 44 weeks.
Okay, so that sounds quite good. That share price has been very strong, but then others have been speculating that it's because buyers are in the market.
Someone called Walmart.
Yeah, I don't know where this rumor comes from, but it continues to do the rounds. And then just in closing, on the global macro front, we're going to look and see whether we can hold these euphoric levels at the close from yesterday, whether there will be continued confidence in the European stuff.
Yeah, European markets all called slightly lower this morning. I guess that's to be expected. Some of those bank moves yesterday were just crazy. Banco Santander, I saw their ADR in New York trade up 23%, Barclays up nearly 18%. Some of those moves are crazy, and that's in large the fact that they're got some key investments obviously in those euro, in the PIGS bonds.
So there'd been anxiety that they were going to be closed down on Greek debt fears, and those now seem to have evaporated. Okay, we'll have to wait and see how it goes.